This is so exciting because it's actual evidence of behavior. We don't have to infer from bones what the function was. We can just see it here. This is exactly like walking on a beach or seeing your footprints on the wet bathroom floor. We can tell what was happening. It's a snapshot in time. And you can just imagine them walking across this ash-covered plain, very much like we would walk today.
The identity of this creature was finally confirmed when they found a skeleton from that time, which seemed part ape and part human, called Australopithecus.
This is one of the best Australopithecine skulls we have. And if you actually saw this, it would have looked very chimpanzee-like. The brain's fairly small, just marginally larger than a chimpanzee. The Australopithecines had a fairly projecting face, but the nose was quite flat. It would have been a very ape-like or chimpanzee-like nose. One of the giveaways, though, that it wasn't a chimpanzee is that the foramen magnum, the hole through which the spinal cord enters the brain, is positioned underneath the skull. So the skull would have balanced on the spinal column. And this is a characteristic of a biped. So this individual, even though it superficially looked chimpanzee-like, would have walked on two legs and would have been on the human line.
The skeleton and footprints provided evidence for the Walking with Beasts animators to build Australopithecus. But with no creature alive today, it took a lot of advice from scientists before the animators could get one moving.
One of the things that I just don't think is going to work about this one is just simply the fact that it's so bent over and its legs are never straightening up. That if you imagine, well, yeah, exactly. If you try and walk like that,
yeah, it's never going to do that in a.
No, so you'll get 2 foot down the road. I mean, if you imagine it, if you to stand up and actually stand like that for any period of time, it's such sort of hard work to get anywhere basically from doing this. It's by the time we get down here, I can already start to feel it in my thighs. You know, it's just I don't believe that's going to walk at all.
That's a good posture.
It's strangely natural, I think, isn't it?
Makes you look attractive.
The first one I started was this walk here. My initial impression was to go with a very chimp-like walk, because it just felt like, let's try that first, should we say. And moved on to basically just bringing in more vertical, more upright. These are all fairly rough animations, just trying to get the idea for it. This is almost believable in that it's more upright and it's got the basic timings of a bipedal walk on it. But again, you're looking at there's an awful lot of movement going into getting these legs forward, which is again very, very inefficient. This was when we were, this stage was when I was trying the alternatives, shoulder and hip timings that the scientists advised us on. Again, it's almost there, but it feels uncomfortable. There's a lot of effort going into each footstep. It looks like it's almost pulling its feet out of mud there, really. It's like it's got sticky feet, for example. And then from that one to what is the finalised one, which, although not doesn't look terribly chimpanzee or ape-like, and again also doesn't look perfectly human. So there's somewhere in between the two, but at the same time it doesn't look like it's putting a great deal of effort into getting anywhere, which is the whole idea of a walk.